I'm Taco. I'm with the Economic Development Board here in the Valley, and have been working with James and Far+Wise, the school district, to put this camp together. So I think everybody outside, or all these students have heard from me already, so we can get going with the meet.
Great, thank you. So again, as James mentioned, my name is James Grant. I'm the Director of Mountain Operations here at Sun Valley Resort. So just want to welcome you all to this. It's a new program we're doing in combination with the local community, and really excited to get it up and running this season. So enjoying the fact that there's a few folks in the room who are here to take a look at this. We really want to introduce you to the resort, what we do here, the kind of things we've come through in our careers. We'll do some sharing of some of the leaders in the departments that you'll get to meet and work with in January as you go through the course. So again, welcome. We'll get into some of those introductions a little bit later, but we'll get moving. Just a quick thing on Sun Valley itself. I've been here just over 12 months now, so some things I've learned along the way. Really interesting place to work. Sun Valley Ski Resort, the oldest ski resort in the country. Amazing that in 1936 it opened up as a brainchild of the Union Pacific Railway, where they wanted to create a destination ski resort in the middle of nowhere so people would ride the trains to go ski. And a pretty cool concept, even to the point of bringing up the Hollywood elite out of LA from Los Angeles up on a Friday, overnight train trip, have a great time on the way up here, ski all weekend, and then get back to work on Monday morning to kind of develop that culture and that experience of a once in a lifetime destination resort. In 1965, it was bought by the Jans Corporation, mostly real estate development. They started to build out things like Elkhorn and also develop more of the resort. And then in 1997, the current owners, the Holding family, Mr. and Mrs. Holding, bought this place in 1997. And I think if you've been here, your families have been here for a long time, know the kind of the influence they've had in developing the resort and the community and making it a wonderful place that Sun Valley is. So really excited to be part of that now myself. Some of the folks you'll hear from tonight who work here have been here a long time. I've been here a year, but have spent quite a while in the ski industry too. So we'll do some introductions in a little bit and just let you know who we are again and what you can expect from our teams. So just a few things. This is our open workplace. We are here every single day. We are open for skiing and riding. We do night events as well. So just an awareness when you join us in January that you're coming into a workplace where we're always in the spotlight. Our job is to provide an amazing experience for our guests in every aspect of what they come and do. So everything from where we park our vehicles to how we engage walking across the bridge. In and around here, we all have uniforms on. We have name tags. You guys will be in the bibs that identify you as well. So just want to make sure that we're aware that we're presenting an image to our guest about what amazing place this is, so we're always on stage. And some of the basic things we do, we wear our uniforms. We don't smoke or eat or walk around with coffee cups in our hands, hopefully, while we're engaging with our guests, just small things like that really understand that we're an employee. We're here for them to help them out. When you come in, just be aware that drop-off and parking. If you're getting dropped off, that's fine. Just drop off here and come on in, or $1. If you're parking, we like to keep this close lot for our guests. So if your parents are staying with you or you're driving in yourself, let's put the cars in the back lots just to give our guests that front-end experience and not have them have to walk across the parking lot to get to their fun. And that's pretty basic, but just again, this is a great opportunity for us to introduce you to us working with guests, what we do to work with guests, and the interaction we have. On the safety side, very important, we have a lot of moving pieces in this operation. And when you come in and work within the different groups, they will have an orientation and a setup that day with you just to go over some basic concerns or basic risks to be aware of. Yep, skiing's great, snowboarding's wonderful. We all enjoy it, but we also are in a workplace with a lot of moving pieces. That could be other people. It could be ourselves just moving through space. But it also, we're going to introduce you to some of the machinery, some of the technology, things you don't get normally see when you go ski and ride. We'll take you into motor houses, put you in snowcats, take you into working pump houses for snowmaking. And so those teams will have that conversation with you beforehand, just identifying where those risks are, what the things they need to watch out for. And we ask that you pay attention, are attentive, and don't be afraid to ask questions about what's happening next. We like to talk about safety timeouts here. As we come in and we do our jobs, if there's any concern in your mind, anything you want to have clarified, anything that didn't make sense or you forgot what we were talking about, just say, hey, can I take a minute? Excuse me, can we just go over that again? We call it a safety timeout. It just allows us to reset, make sure we're on the same page before we go into a work situation that has that challenge. So you're welcome to join in with that process with us, and please don't hold back. It's important that we all think safety, talk safety, and share that in the moment. So yeah, it's okay to ask the question at the time, clarify a task, ask what happens next, and definitely if there's any reason for being unsure about what's happening, where you're going, how you're getting there, what you're going to interact with, just stop. It's a simple, just a hands up, hey, can you just say that again? Or, again, where are we heading, how are we getting there? And let's make sure that we know what we're doing. It's the same thing we ask of our teams every day. Coming to work, we've got a lot going on in the morning to get set up and running, and then throughout the day with all our guests coming and going. So just definitely an awareness that you're in a workplace that has a lot of moving pieces and people. Another piece of this is our responsibility code, or your responsibility code. This is what we have out there. The ski industry, the National Skiers Association, is a group that works with all ski resorts and sets some national standards and national things we all do to be consistent at all resorts. So the responsibility code has been out for a long time. Last year, I think they added the last 3 there. Actually, the last 2, to be more specific about some things that are happening in the workplace. So we do have a quick video to go over that will share this. Last year, the Ski Patrol put on a video just to kind of go through each of these and just remind folks about it. So whether you're here on your days off or your free time, whether you're here with us working, we'd all hear these things on the mountain. So we'll go through that quickly if I can find a way to get it to start. Yes, I can.
Hi, I'm Sarah with the Ski Patrol. I'd like to welcome you to the 22-23 winter season. Let's go over the updated ski responsibility policy. Number 1, always stay in control. Let's be able to stop and
People ahead or downhill of you at the right way. You must avoid them at all costs.
Stop when you're visible from above, and do not restrict traffic.
Look uphill and avoid others before entering the trail.
Number 5, let's prevent runaway and quit.
Read and obey all hazards and warnings.
Keep off closed trails and out of closed areas. You must know how to ride and live safely. If you need assistance, please ask one of our team members. Do not use lifts or terrain that is impaired by alcohol or drugs. If you're involved with an incident or a collision, please share your contact information and call Ski Patrol for assistance. So pretty simple. It's just the basic rules of the road, things we go through every day, and stuff we share with our guests, and just awareness again to all employees as they're working each day. So we'll go through some quick introductions. I just want to introduce the team who's going to be working with you when you're on site. I'll start with myself, and we can do a random order, whoever wants to get up and say a quick thing, but just want to give you a bit of a history about us, where we came from, and why we do this. So again, my name is James Grant, Director of Mountain Operations. I actually started working in the ski resort industry at a small resort in Australia 30 years ago. 1992 was my first year. I was a lift operator. Came out to the U.S., started working in Lake Tahoe, was a lift operator, then a lift supervisor, a mechanics helper, back to lift supervisor, lift manager, director of lift operations and summer activities, and then for the last 10 years in Tahoe, I was the vice president of mountain operations. So for me, that was a 20-year journey through the process of working in the ski industry, growing and developing, meeting my wife, having a family, but really loving being in the community of ski industry. The people you work with, the way we all come together, support each other, the amazing things we do, and then the product we provide our guests is really cool. And then just again, like last year, I mentioned I arrived in October a year ago, and so just over a year now, where I'm now the Director of Mountain Operations here. So great to be here in Sun Valley. What a beautiful place with the 2 mountains, a unique resort setup that a lot of resorts could only dream of, having the 2 mountains between them. So again, it's a great place to be. I love being here, and I really enjoy working with the team around us, who you'll get to meet now. So they'll give you a little introduction to themselves, a little bit about their department, what they do, and then move on from there. So whoever's brave and wants to come up first, I'll pass the microphone. Rachel's on top of the list, yeah.
Can you guys hear me, or do you want me to?
This is for the
it's for this, okay. All right. I'll just hold it. Hi, I'm Rachel Williams. I'm the manager of lift operations. I moved here in 2004, so this is my 19th winter. I came here for one winter season from Florida and just basically never left. I love it here. Mountain's awesome. The people that we work with is just great, and I love that community aspect as well. So it's a great place to be, and looking forward to meeting all of you and having you come work with us. Our job in lift operations is to safely load our guests onto the lift and safely offload them. So that's the first part of our job, and then we are also very guest-centric. We really want to say hi, good morning, smiling face. Just make it really a fun area to be. It's a ski resort. So that's about it for me, but yeah. I will move it on to, we're just going to go down the line. John, your microphone.
Perfect. I'm John Nichols. I'm the grooming manager here. I also, with James, only moved here just over a year ago. I started in the industry when I was 14. I was a ski instructor down in another ski area in Arizona. And I was there until I moved here a year ago. So I was there for 15 years before I came here and hold a variety of jobs. Since I turned 18, I was in mountain operations for most of my time there. And I really love it here. I love my job. A lot of things that I like about what I do is my summer is very different than the winter. I kind of feel like I have two jobs just because we don't groom in the summer because we have no snow. So a lot of fun projects that we get to be a part of. Corey.
Hi everybody and welcome. I'm Corey, the snowmaking manager here. Had a similar path to my experience, to my being here in Sun Valley as James. I randomly went for a job down in the ski fields in Australia in the late 90s and ended up in snowmaking by chance. I've been doing it ever since. Been making snow since 1999, and in about 2001 I came here and never really left. The Sun Valley snowmaking operation is one of the slickest operations in the country. 617 automatic guns. I've got a crew of 5 people. We work full-time year-round. It's all about the maintenance in the summertime. I often really just say that 95% of the snow gets made in the summertime because maintenance is very, very important with automation. But when the wintertime comes along, I have another 25 seasonal employees that show up and come join us and focus on safety and fun and getting this thing made and built. Our snowmaking season is typically from about the 1st of November, and on a year like this, it's probably going to push out into March, but we always normally finish about the end of January, sometimes into February. Despite what all the rest of these people are going to tell you, it's easily the coolest job on the mountain. So I've been doing it for a long time. It's been fantastic to raise a family here and to pay a mortgage and live in this community. And I don't really picture myself doing much more than snowmaking because it just is such a fun thing. It's so much teamwork and camaraderie, and then working with just such an awesome bunch of fellow managers and peers here. And we're all just here in the right spirit of things, and that's just the guest experience and turning out the best skiing we can every single day. So for me, that's what it's all about. Franco.
How's it going, everyone? My name is Michael Franco. I'm the train park manager here. I think I have the funnest job on the mountain. I get to build terrain parks, jumps, rails, all that kind of stuff. We get to test them and ride them, but we do it safely. It's a science. We don't just go out and build things. We actually calculate things, put degrees on things, and make sure we're putting out the product for people and our guests. So we run everything from extra small to large. You can go from your never ever to an Olympian riding all of our features. So it's really cool to see. I was born and raised in the Valley. We didn't have terrain parks when I was younger on snowboard teams, so we were hitting cat tracks and snow guns, and that was our training. And we did really well at events, going to like Park City and in Colorado and stuff. So now with the terrain parks, we've brought out some Olympians, and that's really cool to see. And I know we're going to have some more coming up. So being able to produce terrain parks to help people have fun and ride out there and catch air is awesome to me.
Hi, I'm Kurt Martin. I'm lift maintenance manager. James, who was going to be here, is my the head electrician. for us, but he was working on a lift. So what we do is we spend all summer working on the lifts so they don't break down, and then spend all winter fixing them when they break down and trying to keep them from breaking down. So, and then we get involved in some other, sometimes interesting projects as needed. But yeah, mostly what we are about is keeping the lifts safe and reliable for operations for everyone to ride. So even though Corey has the coolest job, maybe, we're the only reason we're really here, because not enough people are willing to walk uphill to pave to ski down the groomers. So there you have it. Thanks. Jen.
All right, my name is Jen, and I'm in charge of the ticket sellers and the ticket checkers. So we're the people who will let you on the mountain or not let you on the mountain. We're grateful for everyone else here to make a really great place, so people are happy when they go up. I manage about 50 people. We're the ones who are in the ticket windows selling the tickets and all the passes, and then all the ticket checkers that are out scanning the passes. And we're here, Warm Springs, Dollar Mountain also, so we have lots of locations that we're at. I started in the industry. I was in just outside of Detroit, Michigan, and I used to ski at a mountain called Mount Brighton. If anyone's heard of it, it's a garbage dump that they put chairlifts in with a vertical feet of 454. We skied there every day after school. They just blew ice on it. It smokes in the summer when it's composting. It's a good time. So anyways, I graduated from college, and I did not want to get a real job yet, so I spent my last $99 and jumped on the Greyhound from Detroit to Tahoe, and I started working at North Star in 1994. So I've done a bunch of stuff between retail and lodging and rental and you name it, bikes and everything. And then I've done some stints up in J-Peak in Vermont and Summit at Snoqualmie in Washington. And I've been here now this is my 9th winter. So yeah, and I just love to go to work when I don't think I'm going to work. So it's just fun to have different seasons and work where you play and play where you work. It's good. That's it. All right.
Thanks, Jen. I'm Mike Fitzpatrick, and as people were saying, they started working here in the 90s and the 2000s. I looked at Rachel and said, boy, I'm really old, because I first worked here in 1976 when Bill Jans owned Sun Valley. And I've been working for the holding since 77, except for a period of time where I left, and the entire time my family and I were gone. We were trying to figure a way to get back to Sun Valley, and we're glad we're here. One of the things I think is really awesome about Sun Valley and working for them, you have an opportunity to work in different areas, whether it's recreation or on the mountain in lift operations, in the hotels, in food and beverage. You can do pretty much an incredible career path here at Sun Valley that you may not get somewhere else. You don't need to jump companies. You can establish yourself here and really become who you want to be. I've been running guest services for 5 years now. This is my 5th season. Great. I do have the greatest job here. I mean, I get to go out and meet people. And that's one of the things that I really like about the guest services, is that we're the communication aspect of what Sun Valley's about. A lot of ski areas have the big lifts, and they've got snow, and they've got trees, and all sorts of stuff, but it's the people that make the difference. And that's what we do in guest services, is that we connect with the guests and help set us apart from other ski resorts. I could spend a couple hours talking about exactly what we do, but when you're here and you have that day or that time with us in guest services, you'll see how we interact with the guests, how important it is for us to engage with them. That is more than just, oh, thanks for buying a lift ticket, go up the hill. We really want to make this experience here amazing and unbelievable and go beyond any expectations that people have. So when you have time, when you're going to spend it with me and my crew, and I've got about 60, 65 people that work in guest services, I think you'll see some really cool things on how to communicate with others, how to deal with situations that may not always be comfortable. So I'm looking forward to when you can come here and engage with us so we can show you how we work with our guests here at Sun Valley. And Tatiana?
My name's Tatiana. Sometimes people call me T. I started out as a lifty in 2002 during the Salt Lake Olympics, and I've bounced from Utah to Alaska, and now I'm here. And when I got hired here, I considered it a promotion. This is one of the most reputable areas in the world. I love my job primarily because when people get hurt, it's really unfortunate, but you have a chance. Potentially it's the worst day of their life, or maybe it's just a really inconvenient day, but you have a chance to help them. You can reach out and make it a little bit better, a little bit softer. And then my job is really fun in that I move around a lot. There's a rope component, so we really focus on lift evacuation if there were to be an emergency and how we can train for that. And then we also focus on snow days on avalanche mitigation. That's a component of it. And in that department, we're fortunate to work with avalanche canines. Dogs are incredible, as we know. They can sniff COVID, so it's kind of a cool part of it. And then toboggan handling, so actually getting the skills to put someone on a slope in a toboggan, package them up, and get them to the base. And in general, I just really like being there for people when they're not having the best day and try to turn it around. And I know everybody loves their job, but I definitely feel like I have the best job on the hill. I love working here, so thanks. And ski school.
All right, how you doing, everybody? My name is Steven Helfenbein. I'm the director of the Ski and Ride School and Guest Services. And the coolest thing about working here and in the industry is that you're working with people that all love their job. I've only had a couple jobs that weren't like that, where people hated their jobs, and that kind of made me not like that job very much either. So I always came back to this world because you're surrounded by people that are stoked to do what they're doing every day, and I'm definitely in that camp. I love what I get to do every day. The Ski and Ride School has about 400 instructors. We teach guests how to ski and snowboard, and really what we do is I call it vacation optimization. We're just optimizing vacations, which means that it's not just about skiing and riding. We might be helping people, make decisions about where to have lunch or where to stay in the town. Like, we're really trying to plug them into the community and have the best possible time that they can have when they come to Sun Valley. The way I got into it was after high school. I was lucky enough to grow up in a ski town. And once I moved away and went to college, I didn't have the support of my parents to go skiing anymore. So I had to find a way. And so I decided to become a ski instructor in Aspen back in 1993. And 30 years later, I get to do this job. So it only took me 30 years to get a full-time job. So don't let that scare you. It is possible to do it faster than that. But yeah, it's a great pathway where you get to learn a lot of different skills and have a ton of fun at the same time. And that's why all these guys are still here. So yeah, you're up to a good start of turning your life into something cool, doing something you like. Who got next? Sam, John.
All right. Jonathan Menser. I'm the resort domestic recruiter. I'm also the HR representative right now, and kind of a tough act to follow with all the snowmaking, ski lessons, and saving people's lives, and saving HR for last. It kind of seems like we're always the speed bump to the whole thing. Anyway, I'm been at my position for a little over a year. I've been in the Valley since 2007, came out here from Washington State to work at a newspaper, the Wood River Journal, which is now defunct, and ended up working for the Express. Spent 15 years in sports reporting and freelance reporting, but also spent about 10 years before that, or before where I'm at right now, at Pete Lane's, banquet bartending, at the lodge. So I've got a lot of experience. Like Mike was saying, there's a lot of opportunity outside the mountain operations, but this is something that you guys get to really be a part of. This is a team that's really innovative and cutting edge, and so it's really exciting that this program's going on. But I'm also the way to show you, the boring stuff of, getting on to Sun Valley, the paperwork, making sure you're doing the links okay, and talking about Sun Valley. I've got some cards in the back for anybody who's interested to show you the open positions, and yeah, that's it.
Thank you. And Sam wasn't able to make it, but just a quick background. Sam's our retail rental manager, and so a big part of their job in the winter is all the rental equipment, so skis and snowboards that go out, as well as in the summer, the bikes and other summer rentals. So they have another part of the program there where they work with our guests, have the interaction, provide them the equipment that they can then go and have their fun on the mountain, summer and winter both, and then go through that as well. So, the intent here was to kind of give you a broad aspect of what we all do. I think what I hear every day here, but heard from all the group, is they all have the best job in the world. And I think that's what ski resorts do. That there's an amazing array of jobs that is a right fit for the right person. You can find your passion in a ski resort in many different places. We have front of the house, very guest facing, right up there. How you doing? Thank you for coming. How can I help you? Let me get you to the next piece of the action activity. All the way through back of the house, people who do an enormous amount of work behind the scenes, technical parts, equipment maintenance, running equipment, nighttime operations, things that just don't get seen. So I think for anybody, you come into a ski resort, and I think a lot of us did this. We came in and found a way to work, and then realized, oh, there's a couple other things I might like doing more, or am better suited to, or falls more within my natural kind of sense of comfort and things I enjoy doing. So ski resort is a great place to work. And as Jonathan said, a lot of jobs out there, summer and winter both, just a way to get in and take a look around, start the process of a career, but really opens your eyes to so many opportunities that is right here within Sun Valley. And, if it's something people want to explore and take it to another resort, another part of the country, another part of the world, great. That's an amazing adventure and opportunity that, again, resort operations can provide. So I think we just got some questions left. So we did a lot of talking, and just go over kind of the things coming up here, the different modules, January 3rd, 10th, 17th, 24th, 31st, lift operations, tickets, and rentals. So coming in here, that'll be a day mostly on snow on foot. There's no skiing that day. It'll be around the base of River Run here, touching all those different areas, kind of seeing, again, what Rachel was talking about, what Jem was talking about, and what Sam will share with you, just in where you can kind of work at the base areas or on the mountain in those roles, and give you an introduction to that part of it. That's kind of guest-facing. There is some technical aspects to all of that, whether it's working on ski equipment and tuning and binding settings, whether in tickets you're working behind a computer and you're working on sales of that, or lift operations where it's guest-facing, but you're also running a pretty elaborate piece of machinery for that day. The next one, terrain parks, will be at Dollar Mountain, where Michael, Franco, and the team will be over there. A big part of our operations is on Dollar Mountain. You'll be able to get to the terrain park features on foot by riding a chairlift or by skis and snowboards. So welcome to come with whatever equipment suits you best. But that'll be introduction to terrain parks, how they're built, how they're designed, what kind of regulations and codes and aspects we have to provide to make sure we're doing the right thing. Next one, ski school. We'll be out skiing with Stephen and some of the team, kind of giving you a development of what is a technical teaching. It is a very technical way to teach skiing. We all get out there with your friends, they put you on top of the hill, and they shove you down the hill. And if you make it to the bottom, you come back up. That's the way a lot of us learn. But even us nowadays, we still use lessons. We still have value in that. We still go out and do a ski test to check our skiing ability every year before we get on the hill. And so it's an amazing thing. And we can ask those coaches, those instructors, what do you see? What can we learn? So it's a huge, huge thing that's provided. So that's a great opportunity. On the 24th, the grooming, snowmaking, and lift maintenance. That's more behind the scene. So it'll be coming here again to River Run. I look around the vehicle shop to see the maintenance of the snowcats and the snowmobiles, mechanical side of that. Out to the snowmaking building to see what we use in the equipment there. Corey will show some amazing stuff. This is the best snowmaking system in the country. Maybe the world, will see. But definitely the best in the country. It is amazing. You can look at it on your phone. Corey can show you on his phone what everything is doing. He can run it from there. But the pump houses are fantastic, just amazing equipment. So then back over some lift maintenance, looking at the lifts themselves, go up into the station, the gondola, see how that works, see what they do, and then jump in the snow cap, go for a drive up the hill, and see how those machines operate, see what they're doing as a team on the hill at night. And then you'll come back down the gondola and head home for dinner. Ski patrol, all the things that Tatiana talked about on the hill, how they work with their guests, providing that interaction, look at the mountain as a big picture for safety, but also the technical skills or the technical specialties. Rope evac, how do you get somebody off the chairlift that doesn't work anymore with ropes and harnesses and things like that? How do you train an avalanche dog to find somebody buried in snow? And how do you predict snow? How do you predict avalanches? How do you mitigate those as best you can? Some really cool things to do there as well. And then on the 7th, it's an open day. We may look at another group coming in and having a day with you all, or if there's a need to have a makeup day, if something gets blown out, if something happens, we can also do that too. So it's going to be January's going to be a fun month. We're really looking forward to it. Love to show you all what we do, how we do it, and from our own personal standpoint, we'd love to encourage you and trick you in a very good way to come spend some time with us when you graduate and come work with us, have a fun time. And if we can provide you that pathway to an amazing career or just an experience, a lot of people come here for a season and they go away with lifetime friendships. And then they say, oh, I'll go back for another year. But that season working here at any ski resort, but here obviously in Sun Valley, is an amazing experience. And we'd love to share that with you. So looking forward to January coming up very soon. So that's it. We've spoken a lot. We've kind of rattled off a few things, but I turn it back to James for anything else. But if you have any questions right now, we'd love to answer them. Anything specific to any of the group or anything about the process coming up in the next month or so. So get your questions ready, because on those days you're here, you'll be in the thick of it with us. You'll see exactly what we do, how we do it, and nothing is better than sharing that passion you heard about. Ask the questions. Drive the point forward. Ask some more. Get some more clarification. Yes, sir. Most of the days, all days you'll be meeting here, and the week before there'll be some follow-up, some information on where to meet, what time, what to bring with you, depending on what the module is, except for the terrain park, which will be at $1. But again, each week there'll be updates coming from James and the team. Yeah. Sorry? Do you need snow pants for all the modules? Not necessary, but you want to be warm. You'll get here, I think, at 2:30, 3 o'clock, or 2:30 or so, and be here until almost 5. And it gets cold pretty quick in the resort in those afternoon hours as the shade comes in. So definitely, if it's not a skiing one, then definitely want to have a beanie, something warm on your head, gloves, a warm shirt, jacket, sweater, warm pants. We won't be rolling in the snow unless you're maybe the terrain parks or the ski school. You might get out in the snow. We will be on the snow. But otherwise, just really dressed for outdoor warmth. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll wrap up and hand it back to you to finish. But just a quick note, on the table right here, there's just some fun gifts. If you want to take anything home with you, please grab them. Sunscreen, buffs, pins, stickers. And we have an enormous tray of huge cookies here. We eat them a lot at these kind of little presentations, and they're not good for us to eat that many. So if you put 2 in your pocket, 3 in your pocket, that's a good thing. So we'll put them on the table too, and take as many as you can. If that basket is empty when we leave, at least we've done our job for today. So enjoy them.
Yeah, thank you to all of you Sun Valley Company heads that were able to be here today. It's pretty impressive that you guys took the time to give us your attention and share with us. To James's point, to some of the questions here. So every Monday there will be an email that comes out that will talk about that Wednesday, just the day after of the Monday. So, there will be an email on January 1st for the very first module on the 3rd. We'll also cover what will be coming up the previous in the following week. There'll also be a pre-module video as well for each of them. And then by sharing the week ahead is just for anticipation, in case any of you are eager beavers or big planners or want to have something to look forward to. So again, this January 3rd, I think that's a week from, is that 2 weeks from today? We'll be getting going with the first module here at 2 o'clock. When you do arrive, there will be a table with our good buddy Jennifer. It's very important for, 2 things. One, that you sign in and that you sign out. Just because we just want to make sure that all of you students are accounted for and no man left behind. Additionally, for those of you who don't have your waivers done just yet, please get those done ASAP. It's okay to get them signed at home, take a picture, send them to Jen or I. Our contact is on that scheduled piece, or the piece of paper with the schedule on it, and then most of you probably received an email from me regarding this meeting itself. So no excuses. And then, lastly, we're very proud because we think we did a good job with this. This will be up to you to determine. But during the camp, for visibility, so you're not just kind of lost in the crowd, lost in the herd, we designed these bibs to be worn during participation. You'll receive those at the table when you sign in each week. I went with we chose the free ride bib because we thought it was pretty chill. So hopefully you all think that's pretty cool too. And other than that, just really excited that Sun Valley Company and all the entities involved have shown the amount of enthusiasm that they have so that we can get this thing off the ground, and hopefully this is the beginning of something very, very cool for our culture. So thank you. Meeting adjourned.